I went to that barbecue expecting nothing more than cheap beer, overcooked burgers, and the usual polite small talk. One of those harmless Saturday afternoons where you smile, nod, and count the minutes until you can leave. I had no idea it would quietly dismantle my marriage in front of everyone I knew. My name is Peter. I'm 39. I've been married to Nancy for 11 years. Or at least I thought I was. The backyard was packed. Laughter, clinking bottles, someone arguing about sports. The kind of noise that fades into the background when life feels normal. And Suwai was in her element. She always was, confident, magnetic, effortlessly charming. She moved through the crowd with a drink in her hand, touching shoulders, laughing just a little too loudly, absorbing attention like oxygen. I stood near the grill, half listening to a coworker, half watching her the way a husband does, without realizing it's the last time he'll ever see his wife the same way. Then Nancy tapped her glass with a fork. People turned. Conversations softened. She smiled wide, eyes bright, cheeks flushed. I just want to clear something up, she said, playful, casual. Peter and I have an open marriage. The words landed softly, but they didn't feel soft. They felt precise. Surgical. Someone laughed, assuming it was a joke. Someone else said, "No way." Nancy laughed too, nodding like she just shared a fun vacation plan. I didn't laugh. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. Open marriage. That was news to me. Heat crept up my neck. Not embarrassment, but something colder. Confusion mixed with a hollow pressure in my chest. I searched her face for a glance, a signal. Anything that said I was missing context. She didn't look at me. She looked at her friends. You've ever been blindsided in public by someone you trusted? Tap like so this story reaches others who know that shock. A few people clapped awkwardly. Someone joked about living the dream. That's when I noticed Emily, Nancy's friend, standing a few feet away. Early 40s. Divorced. Quiet. Observant. She wasn't smiling. She was watching me. Something settled inside me then. Not anger. Not panic. Clarity. I stepped away from the grill, crossed the yard, and stood beside Nancy. My voice didn't shake. That surprised me. Since we're sharing, I said, loud enough for everyone to hear, I just want to be clear. This is the first I'm hearing of it. The yard went unnaturally quiet, like someone turned the volume down on the world. Nancy's smile faltered. Just for a second. Long enough for me to see it. She shrugged. I figured you were on the same page, she said. We talked about freedom. Remember? Freedom. A word people use when they don't want to say consequences. I nodded slowly, then turned toward Emily. She met my eyes and didn't look away. So, I asked calmly, deliberately, is that why you've been texting my wife every night after midnight? Few gasps. Someone whispered. Nancy's face drained of color. Emily didn't answer. She didn't need to. Comment below. Do you think public honesty is bravery or cruelty? Nancy opened her mouth, then closed it. The silence stretched thick and uncomfortable. And in that space I realized something important. This wasn't an announcement. It was a test. She expected me to fail quietly. I didn't. I picked up my jacket from the chair, felt the cool fabric in my hands, grounding. You should have asked, I said to Nancy, not unkindly. Because now I'm answering. Walk toward the gate without looking back. Before this part ends, type one word in the comments that describes what Peter felt in that moment. The music restarted behind me. Too loud, too forced. I stepped onto the street, the evening air cool against my face. And for the first time in years, I felt something I didn't expect. Relief. Every step felt deliberate, like the first real choice I'd made in months, maybe years. I hadn't shouted. I hadn't thrown a glass. I had chosen myself. Nancy came running after me, heels striking the pavement. Her hair had come loose, wind catching the strands. Peter, wait, she called. Desperate. Controlled. I stopped and turned, hands in my pockets, breathing steady. I'm listening, I said, not with patience, not with submission, but with clarity. Tell me what you want me to understand. She hesitated, took a breath. I don't know anymore. I thought you'd see me differently. That we'd explore this together. The words came out rushed. Unpracticed. Raw. Nodded. You assumed. You didn't ask. You didn't tell me. That's not partnership, I continued. That's assumption. And assumptions break trust faster than lies ever could. Silence followed. Through the windows I could see people watching, their curiosity pressing like weight. I ignored it. This conversation wasn't for them. It was for me. Her eyes filled. Not with anger but panic. Uncertainty. That was new. I don't want an open marriage, I said evenly. I don't want to negotiate love like it's a commodity. I want honesty, respect, mutual care. And if you can't give me that, then whatever this is, it's not marriage. Her hands trembled. I didn't look away. If this story resonates, share it with someone who needs to hear why boundaries matter. She didn't argue. She didn't justify. She let the words land. And in that moment I understood something crucial. This was never about her freedom. It was about my choice to stop letting someone else define my worth. I turned to leave. Peter, she said quietly, please don't go like this. I paused but didn't fully turn. I'm not running, I said. I'm walking toward clarity, toward what I deserve. Spent years adjusting, bending, accepting small neglects that stacked into resentment. But this was deliberate. Comment your thoughts. Did Peter do the right thing by setting firm boundaries, or should he have negotiated? Emily stood behind Nancy, watching. I met her eyes briefly. She nodded, not approval, not judgment, acknowledgement. That was enough. Walked on. The party noise faded into irrelevance. I reached the corner under a streetlight, pulled out my phone, and typed a single message to a friend. I walked away tonight for myself. Finally, I hit send. Relief washed over me, not triumphant, not bitter, just calm. If you've ever made a choice like this, hit like, comment the moment that hit you hardest, and subscribe for more stories about clarity and boundaries. Night air smelled like summer. Traffic hummed in the distance. I felt awake, clear. I hadn't fought. I hadn't begged. I hadn't lost my dignity. And when I looked back once, just once, I saw Nancy standing there, uncertain, alone with her choices. I didn't feel revenge. I felt peace. Peace that comes not from controlling others but from finally controlling your own life.